mean, so far, probably my grades.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah, actually okay, no. Is it bad to say that?
What?
Like when it was over. No, like, but kind of every year, but particularly in final year, that kind of like gap between finishing uni and then like starting work or going into summer, whatever, that little gap between education and employment, like I just felt such a sense of achievement, like I've made it, I've done it, I deserve this break. So I think, yeah, that was good because of everything that led up to it, to have that moment of, okay, we've done this, we got here. Because you're in school for like 18 years and you're like the whole time, and that's the only time you have nothing to...
It's true, you know.
Speak for yourself. I was out of school for like 5 years.
Oh, okay, well, I didn't get a chance.
I think my most positive experience is like the freedom. Like still to this day, every time the phone rings, I'm like, is it one of my lecturers calling my mum? Then I'm like, no, I'm an adult. Like it doesn't happen anymore. Like actually, I'm free. So I know if my assignments, I love the fact, yeah, that I can start my assignment a week before it goes in and still come out with a good grade. Because like, it's just that freedom knowing, listen, if I go out tomorrow night, I have the whole day. It's having that nice freedom, I love it. Yeah, and you can smoke on campus as well. Like I don't smoke, but it's just having it there. That's how you know like we're adults.
Probably for me, it was probably handing in my final assignment and turning it in after copying my friends and finding out my similarity was 10%.
Ooh, how did you do that?
Listen, I got ways.
Okay, don't
You
be
guys are
telling people
brave
to
admitting
do
all the
that.
stuff on the internet. I'm not literally.
I've
I
got my degree, I got the certificate, it's on top of my fireplace, my mum's happy, that's all that matters.
Watch how your university comes to take it away from
Literally,
you.
snatch it one time.
But I'm not telling you the secrets because I know how to finesse turn it in.
Yeah,
Okay?
because you just kind of change up the words, innit?
No, darling, you need to
It's the
know
punctuation
way.
marks.
It's the punctuation. Oh my God.
I will teach you.
Listen, I will write my whole essay from top to bottom and still come out with like 17%
See,
similarity.
you guys are hard workers at uni. I was a smart worker. So, listen.
So cheater.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how. Okay, the one thing I will admit is that I did an English degree and didn't read any of the books from beginning to end. When I told my mum that, she nearly fainted. So I managed. I still got a, didn't get a first, got a 2-1. I might have read the beginning and the end, but not beginning to
Girl,
end.
I'm a good student. I like write out the entire uni book. I know my stuff, back to front.
Well done. You're so much
See,
better
I
than
do
me.
that, but in the last week.
I don't. I do.
Oh yeah, I was very last minute.
I've always been a goody bootlicker, teacher's pet. I've always been a good
One of
student.
them ones.
I would always leave stuff till right to the very end, but then I would set myself challenges. So I remember one time I had 5,000 word essay due, and like it was due on the Tuesday, but there was a night out on the Monday that I wanted to go to. So I like started the essay at like midnight the day before, and I was like 19-hour challenge, like write this essay, finish it so I can go out. And I did like little updates online to people. I was like, 1 o'clock in the morning, like I'm in the thing, and like 3 o'clock I got into a fight with these guys, so they were in the lecture room, I was trying to write in.
That's how you know he's an Aquarius.
Like, and then 7 o'clock rolled around and I was on that bus on the way to the club and I handed in my essay. I was so happy. You are so shocked.
You know your mum's gonna watch this, right?
Yeah, I hope your mum sees this and is like, Jordan.
Again, like you said, I got the degree and I didn't admit to cheating online, so it's fine.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be real with you, yeah. I'll happily admit this. I'll look straight down that camera. Yeah? Listen, for my lecturer, yeah, in uni, I had a part-time job at O2, yeah, and he was due for an upgrade. I gave him a friends and family discount, and he made me let me slide with a couple of my deadlines. Listen, I'll say that straight. You ain't gonna know what uni I went to, nothing. If you're watching that, yeah, listen.
So if you're a Dills lecturer, can I know you? Because
Listen.
I work in a bank and I can give you some.
50% friends and family discount. I had some to give out. He needed it. So what? Hard workers, smart workers. He wrote me an academic reference when I needed it. He said,
What else did he do for you?
Listen, the camera's still rolling. I feel sorry for like if the mum and dad had like the dad watches porn and he has to opt out because the mum said no and then the kid suffers.
in the kids' office.
Why is he looking at you like this?
No, I'm just
From a serious point of view, I feel like parents, they're not teaching their children about sex. So that makes children more curious and more promiscuous, making them want to explore sex. And now they're taking away porn. I'm not saying porn is a good thing, but that is also a way we see, even in movies, it's depicted a lot of young men or young boys, they explore their sexuality with pornography. Now what they're doing by blocking it, now these boys are going to go out and look for something.
My concern is that in a lot of countries where sex is like shamed, like in Japan and India and all those places, you have a weird perversion come out of it. So the porn that comes from Japan, for example, is mad. It's mental. But that kind of like suppression of people not being able to explore what sex is and how it works. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I first watched it just to figure out what it was. So for people to not be able to do that, I think it's not gonna be good for them.
It's not gonna have a good.
I agree. I think you have to look at where this is coming from, and it's coming from this place of, like you're saying, of suppression and this kind of really old, kind of conservative and often religious idea of sex is bad or it's shameful or this is, whereas actually it's the most kind of normal, natural adult thing between consenting people. And I think, like you say, porn has its issues, obviously. But it is a way for people to learn and understand because, yeah, most parents aren't going to sit down and have the talk. And sex education in school is problematic because people either aren't listening or they're laughing or it is kind of...
It's not fully explored.
Exactly. It's only going to lead to more ridiculous behavior. And this is why you have things like rape culture and lad culture, because people don't have real proper conversations, and so all they do see is stuff that they manage to just sneak and find out.
However, they said about depicting rape in the porn, like the pornographic scenes.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Oh no! They're trying to stop that. They're trying to stop that.
No, I know.
That's good
because I understand it's a role play. It's not real.
I know, but then when you're talking about kids exploring their sexuality, let's say 13-year-old kids, 13-year-old boy, they'll type something in and they'll see like a scene with like a guy like depicting rape. That I agree with, because then when the kid grows up and then obviously going through puberty, they think that's how it is. A lot of people who are overexposed to pornography, they think that's the same thing, all this hardcore nonsense, and when it comes for the first times and like that, it's gone on a mad one.
Having said that, in my like Bengali communities and Asian communities, you know what some of the guys are like. They have no social skills, but they're all in there for the sex. Like every time I've dated a guy who's not from a white background or a black background, they have no social skills.
Wow, you're shaming the whole entire Asian community, yo.
From my experience, I'm not saying all of them are like that, but the ones that I have dated, they, like for example, my brother had no social skills with women at all. He had to learn that.
Well, maybe it's about
building it up.
Building
so
the person as
it's
a
not just about just watching pornography and not watching pornography at all. I think there's a discussion that has to be had.
Parents are not doing that.
Yeah.
And even now, like probably they're taking away pornography. Parents are not going to know that either, because pornography was never anything in their mind. So they're not going to think, okay, pornography is gone.
You'd be surprised, girl.
No, they're not going to think, oh, pornography
Do you
is
know
gone.
the earliest,
Now I'm gonna teach
like statues and drawings are like fertility gods and fertility drawings. Like people have made and distributed and found porn from the first time they could scratch a line in a cave.
The reason why whoever's taking it away is taking it away. Parents don't care about that. They're just thinking my child should not even be watching porn. They should not know about sex. So what we were saying is these parents are not speaking to their kids. Listen, look, as a boy, don't do that. If you're gonna do it, protect yourself. That's all they say. But they're not saying this is how you're meant to do it.
I think it's more with girls than it is with boys.
But then it comes to the type of pornography, because if a 13-year-old kid plays some hardcore stuff, some stuff depicting rape culture,
should be definitely limited.
That should be limited. In this argument, I think that should be limited.
No, but why is it perceived as rape culture? That's how you have to think about it.
What do you mean?
Why is it perceived as rape culture? Because those two people in that video are two consenting adults.
No. It's like me playing GTA, going around robbing cars and shooting people. That's why they put an 18 rating on it. Because if a 12-year-old person, if a 12-year-old kid plays it, that's what they think. What life's about. They're going to get influenced by that. A 13-year-old boy exploring his sexuality goes online, goes to a porn website, watches something like that. They think, oh, that's great. I'm going to go into school tomorrow and do this with one of my classmates.
No, but these boys who are 13 and
Yeah,
No.
they're like that already because they watch stuff like
No,
this.
but
Trust me,
these
kids nowadays are
13-year-olds
mad.
I think that puts a lot of power
catch-22
into the hands of porn that I don't think it is
Yeah.
only to do with porn. Like
Yeah, you shouldn't
rape culture
generalise.
and lad culture is so pervasive. It's in everything. It's in the way that guys at football games talk. It's the way that people talk in locker rooms. It's in the
It's in
things
the
that are
media.
shown in
I
television
think
shows
music
and things
has
like
more,
there's not all
more
to
of
like
an
yeah,
effect
absolutely.
than pornography.
Like
But I'm not
goes
saying
to-
that it shouldn't be limited though. I think to an extent,
no,
I think
agreed.
some things
Oh
should
yeah,
be
but
limited.
they're trying to take it away. So
No,
opt in,
no,
opt
I'm not
out.
saying take it
No,
away.
no,
I'm
No,
saying
but
take the
that's-
bad ones
no,
away.
but that's what they're gonna do. What they're gonna filter it.
They're not
and
gonna
be
take it
like,
away.
no,
You
this
just have
is-
to click,
this
yes,
is
I
the-
wanna see
This
it.
is the porn we're gonna do.
There
But
was
I'm
also-
saying that is a deterrent because who's actually gonna go and opt in and say I want to watch porn?
People want to
Is
watch
anyone
porn.
here gonna do that?
People all the
will.
time. What do you
No,
mean?
but do you
People
think they're
will.
gonna go out of their way to opt in and
Yes.
say I want porn to be available?
They just watch it on the
think-
phone.
Look
I
me in the
think
eyes and
people
tell me
do.
these guys are not going to opt in.
No, they'll just watch it on your phone with your 4G. That's it. If you got data.
It's the mobile networks. You have to do the same thing. And mobile networks, if you don't have like some types of ID or whatever, then you have to physically go into the store. Because I've been in the store and like by my phone, and someone's been like, I need to just verify
Take the
my age,
content
and I'm
number.
like, wow. Like,
Well, that means 2 trips to O2, guys.